What if I told you that the journey to real wealth doesn't begin with a six-figure job or a lucky break, but with a shift in mindset? If you're just stepping into adulthood, this message is for you, because the habits you form now, the way you think about money today, will shape your future far more than you realize. You don't have to wait until you're older to build wealth. In fact, the earlier you start, the easier it becomes. So let's talk about real, simple, powerful steps you can take to create wealth, starting right where you are. Step 1, understand what real wealth is. Wealth isn't just about money, it's about freedom, options, the ability to say yes to the things that matter and no to the things that drain your soul. Wealth is having control over your time. It's waking up without anxiety about bills, debt, or broken down cars. It's building a life you don't need a vacation from. So, how do we get there? Let's start with the foundation: income. At this stage in life, your earning power is your greatest tool. And here's the key: don't chase income, chase skills, high income skills. Whether it's coding, copywriting, video editing, sales, negotiation, design, or even AI tools, pick one and get world-class at it. Don't wait for college to give you permission. YouTube is free. Online courses cost less than dinner. Develop skills that solve real problems, and people will pay you to solve them. Now, here's where most people mess up. They earn money and they spend it. The secret: don't just make money, keep it. Learn to live on less than you make. It sounds basic, maybe even boring, but I'm telling you, this principle is magic. If you can master this one habit, spending less than you earn, you're already ahead of 90% of people. Here's a practical tip. Use the 50-30-20 rule as a starting point. 50% of your income goes to needs: rent, food, transportation. 30% can go to wants: fun, travel, hobbies. And 20%, this is your wealth engine. This goes to savings, investing, and building your future. Now, if you're super ambitious, and I think you are, flip the script. Try living on 50% and saving 50% for just 2 years. That's not forever, it's just a season. But if you do it early, when your expenses are still low and you don't have kids or a mortgage, you give your money time to grow. That's the secret weapon of the wealthy: time. Let me introduce you to compound interest. It's not just a finance buzzword. It's the quiet force that turns a little money into a lot of money over time. Imagine you invest just $100 a month starting at age 20, and you get a modest return of 8% a year. By the time you're 60, you'll have over $300,000. Now, if you can put in $500 a month, that's over $1.5 million. That's real money. But here's the catch: you have to start now, not someday, not when you get a raise. Now, where do you invest? Start with something simple: a Roth IRA. It's a retirement account where your money grows tax-free. If you invest young, even small amounts in a Roth IRA can become a game changer. Now let's talk about debt. Not all debt is evil, but consumer debt, credit cards, that stuff is the enemy of wealth. If you're carrying a balance on a credit card with 20% interest, it's like trying to run a marathon with a weighted vest. It slows you down and it exhausts you. Get out of debt as fast as you can and stay out. One trick I teach young people: if you want to buy something and you're not sure if you can afford it, ask yourself, would I buy this if it cost twice as much? Because when you use a credit card and don't pay it off, that's exactly what it ends up costing you. Now here's a mindset that separates future millionaires from everyone else. Pay yourself first, before you pay your rent, before you buy groceries. Set aside money for your future. Automate it. Hide it from yourself. Build what I call a freedom fund, not just for retirement, but for opportunities, emergencies, and eventually investments in things like real estate, business, or the stock market. You're also going to want to track your money, not in a spreadsheet once a year, daily awareness. Use an app. Keep it simple. Just make sure you know where every dollar is going, because what gets measured gets managed. But here's the part most people don't talk about. Your environment matters. The people you hang around influence your money habits more than you think. If your friends are always broke, always spending, always treating themselves, you'll find yourself doing the same. Surround yourself with people who are going somewhere. Listen to podcasts, read books, watch videos like this one. Fill your mind with ideas that build, not break. You can even start something small on the side, a service, a hustle, a digital product. You're young, you've got energy. Try things, fail, learn. The skills you build in your 20s will pay off in your 30s, and the habits you build in your 20s will compound into confidence, freedom, and real wealth in your 40s and beyond. Here's the truth. Building wealth isn't about luck. It's about decisions. 1,000 small decisions made day by day, week by week, saying no to some things so you can say yes to greater things, saying no to the short-term dopamine hit so you can say yes to long-term joy. If I could go back and give my 20-year-old self one piece of advice, it would be this. Start building the life you want before life chooses for you. Don't let the world drag you into debt, distractions, and delay. Be intentional, be aggressive, be hopeful. And remember, wealth creation is not about getting rich quick. It's about creating a life so full of purpose, freedom, and options that you never feel stuck again. This is your time. So begin, because wealth isn't something you chase. It's something you build, one step at a time.